One of the nation's largest civil rights groups, the Southern Poverty Law Center, is now under a sweeping indictment. The charges will leave you speechless. The Trump DOJ says not only did the organization commit banking and wire fraud, but they also used donations to send millions of dollars to members of white supremacist and extremist groups. The SPLC denies any wrongdoing and says it will fight the charges. Is this more DOJ? Find that fraud, waste, and abuse and go after these guys? What do you think, Larry?
This is worse than DOJ. This just has a moral component,
yes,
which is absolutely repugnant. And by the way, it's just one of these great far-left socialist communist organizations. And you're saying they gave money to the Ku Klux Klan?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't read this carefully, but I skimmed it because it's such a terrible story.
One leader of the 2017 Unite the Right protest in Charlottesville, Virginia, received roughly $270,000 over an 8-year period.
This is incredible.
I can read into it.
Is this about the Charlottesville, Virginia
Yes,
debate
that's
that
the
had?
Unite the Right.
That one.
Boy. Where did this money, under which program did this money flow into this communist group? What federal, program grant? How did they get this money?
No, this is a Southern Poverty
Law Center.
No, the Southern Poverty Law Center, which has stood as an anti-racist organization, was funneling money to the Klan, was taking its donations, say $1 million from George and Amal Clooney, and $1 million from, I think Tim Cook gave $1 million.
Yeah.
J.P. Morgan Chase gave, I mean, it was just like every imaginable. We always knew the Southern Poverty Law Center would target individuals and groups and label them Nazis,
right,
in order to juice donations. But this indictment indicates they were giving money to white supremacists.
So yes to all that. I just was asking, was there any federal money? I mean, this is bad enough on its own because of the moral component. But did they ever get a federal grant?
I haven't seen that report as part of this.
According to Cash Patel, the Southern Poverty Law Center fraudulently raised money, lying to their donor network, going ahead and actually paying the leadership of these supposed violent extremist groups.
But it's a far-left group, isn't it, Dagan?
Right.
Yes.
A far-left group that was giving money to white supremacists and lying to the donors. Other than the only thing
Just to further hate is
they're fomenting hate through donations in order to bring in more money. It was I can't say the word I was going to use, but it is a cycle to monetarily benefit themselves.
Sure. No, I get it. It's awful. It's terrible. I mean, it's just awful.
They are starting a fire so they can claim credit for putting it out. I mean, that's exactly what they're doing. And I would just say the story's about them, but I feel like a lot of the activity on the left in the nonprofit world is claiming something is a problem in the U.S. to justify their own existence and fighting it. And I think the nonprofit world in America right now is just a hive of this kind of stuff, and we need a big clean out on it.
I mean, Democrats use that whole Charlottesville business at Trump to attack Trump. And he had nothing to do with it, but the charge is always that Trump is a racist with not a single scintilla shred of proof. And I argued for many years on another network that there is not a racist bone in Donald Trump's body. And anyone who's ever done business with him or worked with him or for him would know that. All he said was that there was wrong on both sides. And by the way, this sort of proves that there's wrong on both sides.
11 criminal counts.
Can I say one quick thing?
I mean, but
just to be fair,
the left was dining out on this.
On their side, they say, quote, SPLC will vigorously defend ourselves, our staff, our work. We will continue to fight hate. We will continue to envision and create a safer and more just world. They are denying it.
Well.
Thank you.